Okay, my beautiful friends, we are together again at last, and we have to talk as usual. It's a lovely day. It's starting out to be just beautiful. I'm kind of being sarcastic. I think you know that. Wednesday, September 29th, 2021. Before we start talking about the market today and the setup and what's going on, let's just touch on what happened yesterday. So, what happened? Former Federal Reserve Chairwoman, current Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen Stein, she really spooked the market by saying that if we don't raise the debt ceiling, we're going to suffer a calamity in the stock market, a meltdown, a financial crisis. How many of you recall, with a show of hands, that Janet Yellen said, "Oh, we'll never see another crisis in our lifetime"? You remember that? Oh, but now we're going to get a calamity and a crash and a meltdown. People, make it up. Go ahead. Make this stuff up. I dare you to do it. It can't possibly happen. Again, let's put that into perspective. So we are the richest nation in the world. So rich that we're about to run out of money if we don't raise the debt ceiling. Duh. Duh. It's just beautiful. I told you it's a beautiful day. You don't want to believe me. Anyway, so, she made those statements. It sent the stock market down. It hit crude oil. Let's see how this plays out over the next several days, or as we get closer to the moment where we do actually run out of money. Actually, we're out of money now. We're broke. We're the largest debtor nation in the history of the world. And the mechanism, well, is very simple. We must continue to borrow. That's the way it works. You can never stop. Period. The end. Can't stop. Anyway, with that said here, I want to focus on a couple of things. Right now, stock futures are higher, pointing towards a higher open for the stock market. Okay, lovely. What's the setup here? 10-year yield is a little higher, 1.51. Okay, we're definitely out of the range that you and I have been following for a while here. I don't think this is a real surprise. I explained this to you a couple of market a look ahead segments ago. I think 2 of them. Okay, so we're there. Now, the dollar is getting a little stronger. So, and again, like I said, instead of following these 2 things independent of each other, I have come up with a new indicator, the MMRI, Mannarino Market Risk Indicator. And if you are so inclined, I would like you to back test it yourself. It works, okay? Now, this indicator today is sitting at about 89. Okay, we're still okay. Above 100 is where risk starts to get a little interesting. Now, if you want to follow the MMRI in real time, I set this up for you. It's right here on my website, traderschoice.net. There is a link in the description of this video. It updates every 15 minutes. This is what we're going to start focusing on, the MMRI. All right, so like I said, we're sitting at about 89 right now. So it's not a bad spot to be in here, honestly. Why? Well, the market's a hyper bubble. We all know that. It's out of control. Being built on the back of a Frankenstein, and that is the debt market hyper bubble. It's not going to stop. Even if the Fed were to taper or whatever they're going to do, it's still not going to stop. Mass debt acquisition on an unprecedented scale. That's just the facts. So with that said, what we need to pay attention to, people, and it's not going to change, is a spike, an uncontrolled spike in that 10-year yield. But that's going to be reflected in the MMRI. Okay? Watch the MMRI. Again, open up a new window right now. Go to my website, traderschoice.net. There's a link down here. Click on MMRI, and you will see where we're at. And I want you to focus on that, like I said. So with that, we got crude oil today under a little bit of pressure. It's still around $75 a barrel. I mean, we were surging yesterday. It's going to surge higher. I'm not saying today, but crude is going much higher. You got cryptocurrencies right now catching a bid. You got gold and silver slightly higher. Actually, silver's doing pretty well right now. Gold is flat to slightly higher, at least as I am doing this. Let me see what I wrote down. Oh yeah, this is important. Several weeks ago, I explained to all of you who do follow my newsletter. Again, there is a link in the description of this video. It's a free newsletter. I said buy the banks. Specifically, I said Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan. These have taken off. They've taken off since I said to buy them. Now, with that said, I would be looking for a possible, I don't want to say a correction, but a little pullback here with regard to the banks. And in my view, that would be a major buying opportunity. Let me just touch on this real quick. For those of you out here that do own stocks, why would you own a stock, any stock, that isn't paying you to own it? Yeah, you can be paid, and it's called a dividend for those who don't know. A lot of companies, especially like JP Morgan, for example, pays $1 per share just to own the stock, just to own it. And I would not ever consider owning and holding stock in a company that isn't paying me to hold it. You understand? I want to be paid to hold the stock. Otherwise, I don't want to hold it. Period. The end. All right. That's the way I again try to capitalize on this market from every single angle. Sure, there's lots of companies out there that maybe look real good, but why not be paid to own it? And with regard to trading these things, people, you know how to do it. If you're one of my lions, I got you covered every way possible. I got my stock picks on my website. I got free downloads for you, a chat room to get in there with other like-minded people. And now we have the MMRI right on my website. I want you to take advantage of everything there. It's all for you. It's not for me. I am working very diligently to make this easy for all of us to stay on the right side of the freak show. And it's a freak show of the highest possible order. I think we all know that. All right, so look, in summary here, just real quick, we got a market slated for a higher open. MMRI sitting pretty good. Crude oil under a little pressure. That's not great for the market. Look, we had a sell-off yesterday. Could it play out over the next couple of days? Absolutely. Especially if we hear more of this rhetoric about crashes, about meltdowns and calamity. We had Jamie Dimon this morning, the arch criminal, Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan, who is also out here warning about a cataclysm. I think that's the word he used in the market if we default on the debt. Anyway, look, let's keep our eyes on these things, people. Stay calm, stay relaxed, okay? Don't get panicky about anything. And like I always tell you, just ignore the bullshit, ignore the dog shit. Keep your head in the right spot. Understand what you're doing, why you're doing it. And we're all just going to sail through this with flying colors. There's just no doubt about it at all. I've kept you on the right side of this market for years. I will continue to do that. We will continue to buy the dips in this market as long as the MMRI says we're okay. Once that number starts getting higher, we will reevaluate. We will continue to buy physical assets, gold, silver, and we should also be having some cryptocurrency in our portfolio. That's my take on it. You know that. Won't change. It will never change. I think it's a fantastic plan. We got it covered from every angle. And like I said, you want to own stocks? Let them pay you to do it. Let them pay you to hold their stock. Yes, it's possible. Yeah. All right. I'm out here. People, please share this video. And I'm going to say this one more time. Pay attention to the MMRI. Go have a look at it right now if you have not yet. Right here. Click on the link in the description of this video to my lovely website. And I got you covered. I got your back. And I will never let you down. You know that. I'll see you all later.